now.
Oh, look out.
Watch thy shins. That's the seventh commandment, garage. Just kidding. I don't know what it is. I can't remember.
Alright, we didn't film this, but we got the van off the lift. And as you know, the subframe is gone. But we have this giant beam under there on the jack supporting that. About to get these forks under here and roll it out the shop. So, fingers crossed. Oh, yeah. We might just have to dig it out.
Yeah, but as long as we can get those straps in where we just have it hooked, it shouldn't have no trouble.
Yeah, and if anything, just bust out the grill and wrap around that little.
It's not going to go anywhere for a while.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that was not fun.
Sustaining information for a long period of time. Much like a goldfish. I mean, seriously.
Oh, I know. It's going to work out good. We let's see. It's Monday. We're back down at the shop. We did a lot of figuring stuff over the weekend. I spent a lot of time on the internet researching and doing a lot of stuff. We've got the jig pretty much ready. We think we found everything that we need, all the points off of the jig that we need to make a kit without having a van in here. And what I think I said it before, what makes it so crucial, I'm really, a lot of times, sometimes you measure stuff and it don't really look right to your eye. And I'm more one of those people that eyeball something to make it look right. So when we built our vans, the vans that we've built in the past, when we had the van in here, we always had the axle with the tires on it. So when we were sitting it down on the axle with our kit under there, or the way we made the shackle hangers and all, we were able to adjust the differential under the van. So when you stood back and looked at it, it looked right under the van. The one tire wasn't sticking out too far on one side, and vice versa. It wasn't sitting crooked. So we don't have that ability right now. So we're trying to find all the points that we need. That's why we've made these angle iron pieces, just to kind of simulate the axle under there. And I think we've got that. So what we're going to do with this, what we said, the prototype kit, we're going to finish buttoning it up. We're going to bring another van in here that we didn't use to make this kit off of, mock it up under that van with an axle, and make sure that our visibility, you know, with us looking at it to eye, it looks good to the eye. And then once we know that it's 100% right that way, and we know we've got all the right marks on the jig, we're going to go start making the kits. I've got several people on the list that we've got to get in touch with to let you know what the price is. And once we give you the price, find out if you still want it, and then we'll start making the kit. We've still got I touched base a little bit on these spring hangers. I wish we could find some, and we're still looking, and that are made the right width for an off-the-shelf square body kit, because like I said, we don't want people buying an off-the-shelf square body kit.
Don't want you doing that, nigga.
having to cut down the bushings for it to fit. We want you to be able to buy a kit, the right lift you want, from whatever company you want, and be able to put it in here with no problem. So we're probably going to end up having to make these ourselves. So we're working on the best way to make those. We are working on things like shipping. We've got to figure that out, because with a kit this size, we're not going to be able to put it in a post office envelope and ship it to you. We've got to find a place probably where we're going to have to make crates or something and find a dock to ship them from. So I think we've kind of got that worked out, so we can get a price on some shipping. You know, that's just things that we're working out. We still got to work out the shock mounts that we're going to do, and that may be something we probably are not going to be able to work those shock mounts out after thinking about it on the jig. We're probably going to have to put it back in a van so we can get the weight of the van sitting down on it to get a more of a correct spot where the distance between the two shock mounts are there. But anyway, that's what we're doing. We're working on that. We're going to get it all worked out. We're trying to go as fast as we can to get this stuff out for you. And again, we appreciate everything. The response on the kits and the videos we've put so far, man, it has been awesome. We appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Just please keep subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting on all the videos. Thank you.
Forgot one crucial detail.
Oh God, we were on green and we didn't have green on.
It's all good. There ain't no work started yet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know, we
Well, I was
had
thinking
a
about
meeting.
that.
Had a meeting, but I hope not. For the record, I hope to our knowledge.
Oh, we're live.
Oh well, we need to be live. We have had
Dan for all.
we've had a day of measuring and remeasuring and measuring and squaring, and I think we finally got it. We lost it when we cut it out from under the van some way, somehow, and every time we would get something squared up at the back, it was off at the front. We'd get it right at the front, it was off at the back. So we have been pretty much all day fighting it to get everything squared up, and I think we finally got it, because it's got to be dead on, because if that front differential's not under there square, it's going to be off out one side of the van or be dog tracking, and we just can't have that. So we're tired, our brains are wore, but I think we finally got it. We're getting ready to cut these off and move them about a ½ inch from where they are, and that's to be off that much. We were way off. We were way off. So, but I think we finally got it. It's been a job, but we're getting there. We're gonna get it. It'll be right when it comes out of here.
This is pretty much what the whole day has consisted of.
Pretty much.
Measure, beat, cut.
But by grab, I think we finally got it.
Now, Chevrolet's the one who done the frames like this.
Yeah, and
Not us.
they did some.
But I'll say,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say they went from the Ford playbook there. All right, we're making some headway on the jig. We've had to go back and redo and just check everything, but we're getting it. Seth's over here drilling out the shackles that we're having to make. He's getting them all fixed up, so I think they'll work for us. Ivan's over here fixing the pieces that will go at the back of the frame where the shackle hangers will go. He's getting it welded up. So
I done.
we done it, yep. So we're getting things done. We got we got to put this bar in on our front brace here. It'll go in between the two in between the two spring mounts. And I think once we get all this stuff in place, we'll have us a good jig that we can build off of. And I don't know if I said it, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring another van in and put this kit on it to see how it fits. So we'll be using a different van than the one that we made the jig from. So we'll see how it does, and if it all fits up, then we're gonna make the next kit to I guess be ready to sell. We'll make it off the jig here.
Trying to get into a better mood.
So, yeah, yesterday kind of mentally strained us, didn't it?
Yeah. I felt really, easy to agitate.
Yeah. All right, we are still working on this jig, trying to get everything right. We've got the front part done. We feel like we're in good shape there. We've got our engine cradle done. We're good there. So what we're working on now is the back pieces where the shackle mounts go. And we made, I don't know if you can see, we made this little jig here that we can slide in these existing holes that is the same width as what we use for the shackle mounts. So when we so we can make these pieces. When we slide this in there, Ivan can weld it up, and we know it's in the right place at the same time. Same place every time. So when we make these parts to get out there, we know we're right. And just to give you an idea what the back part looks like, this is what we have to make in the back. This is the piece that is made for the rear shackle hanger to go to. And what that'll do, damn, that got me out of breath. It'll be something like this when we get it done. So, that's what we're working on. Just trying to get them all right. And what we will probably do, I know that was tight getting it off of what we had talked about doing. We're probably going to weld, when we go to make these, weld a couple small thin washers on this, so when we make it, it'll slide down, and then when the customer gets it, there'll be enough gap to where this thing will slide on and off easy. And we're going to have we'll have everything in the directions to tell you exactly where to put this on your frame. So that's what we're working on.
That muffler's dragging. That's not going to be good when it starts to go forward. A little bit that way. Come on. Oh no, is that the muffler? I think that was the muffler. It was the muffler. And it'll be fine. All right. The muffler like pole vaulted itself into the concrete, and that's what stopped. Oh man, are you kidding? What's the plan?
Oh,
Why is this big monstrosity back in here?
huge.
The plan is huge.
Big plan. Now what we're gonna do, the kit that we made with the jig, we're gonna test fit it on this van. And if it all fits on this van, we know we're good to go ahead and start making the kits with the jig. The kit that we made, like we said, it's a kind of a rough prototype, but it'll be going on one of our vans. We will refine the ones that we're gonna sell, but they will be
It's a test.
dimensions.
It's a test kit off the jig for one of our vans that will run, but keep perfecting pretty much,
Yeah,
right?
because we needed the dimensions, because this, like I said, this is different than us doing it. Once we make it and it leaves here, the ability to tweak it is gone. So we've got to make sure it's all right when it leaves here. So that's what we're doing.
Get this big old thing up in the air.
And by the way, this is the top that I hope to be putting on my van.
know that.
Well, I told him anyway.
Well, that's a whole different thing.
Alright, it's up in the air. We just disconnected what? The steering?
Yeah, and this is so scary and sketchy.
Yeah, it's a sketch 22 right here. Sketch 22.
It'll be fine. Oh, look out.
Watch thy shins. That's the 7th Amendment, bro. Just get out of what it is. I can't do it. You see him sturdy?
I can't curl it. I ain't curl a lot. I still got everything.
That's right. You said that. We should all remember that.
Watch thy shin. Oh, he's got an eye. We got.
I was watching the top. I couldn't hear you.
Didn't snug up yet.
Yeah, and it's tight. This is one of the things we were talking about. I'm kind of glad this happened to show y'all. As you know, this is the engine cradle we had on the jig over there. Bolted on fine, every bolt hole bolted up perfect. This one right here is getting tight. It won't even go all the way. This one went in fine. These two went in fine. This one right here
Can't even.
will not even go in. And if you can look, you look up in there, you'll see that the nut that they
hard.
welded in is off. So this is what we're saying. When you get these kits, you're gonna have to open some holes up if they don't fit your van perfect, because every van is different. And
What do you think we'll do? Will we modify this to bolt it on here, or we're gonna wait till we get
no,
on
I
our
don't know
vans?
that we'll worry about it on this one. It'll be this is probably the kit we'll put on Olivia's van, honestly. And then we'll modify it there, because it may not.
Because I
may
hate to
not need
modify
it
it to
on hers,
fit
yeah.
this and then it not fit hers.
It may not need it on here. So, we got to make a decision on the kits. Do we just drill them to where they fit the jig we made, or do we just open them all up and take a chance of some of them be open to? I don't know. This is it's one of these things we just got to figure out. Now, you could say we could elongate them, but who knows which way to elongate? Back and forth, or to and
I'd
fro?
just say open them up the same radius, like just
Yeah.
open up another radius,
Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. We'll probably just drill another size. I think maybe another size bigger hole in
And even
every
if
place.
you do have to, which you probably won't have to do that much, but I mean, they make washers.
Yeah, and it's not going to move once everything's bolted in there and it's up snug and tight. But this was one of the reasons why we wrestled so long before we ever decided to do this, because it's here. It'll be up here on these holes, but it's crazy not to utilize those holes because they're there. They're good, strong points. So it's just what you're gonna have to deal with. If you want a 4-wheel drive van and you get a kit from us, I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to deal with that. It'll work. You just might have to massage it a little bit.
And keep on trucking.
Yep.
What'd that do?
This just in.
Yeah, we've hit another snag. And we didn't know this. This frame is an 87. That van there is a 93. We just checked 2 95s that we've got here. That's just like that one. What the problem is? You can see this frame is flat where it goes back to the turn. Well, when we made this piece, we just assumed all of them were the same. This piece sits on there perfect. We've got our shackle mount ready, made. Everything is in line where it's supposed to be to line up with the front. Well, when we took it over here to put it on this van to do the test fit, to make sure our jig was going to work for every vehicle, this is what we got. All right. As you can see, this frame is not flat. It's got, for some reason, it's got this dip in it. And this is a 93. There's 295s out there that have the same thing. That doesn't seem like a big deal, but when we take the piece that we made, it has got so much play in it to where when we put this where it needs to go, look how it throws this off. That thing's supposed to be straight in line like that. Well, yeah, we could put it on there where it would do that, but look at this gap. We fixed this where you can weld it to the frame, but now we've got this big gap that we've got to figure out what to do with. So we've got to figure out a way to make this piece work with every year model. So when you as the customer gets it, it'll be the easiest way for you to install it, because these parts have got to be welded to the frame here. Well, you would have to be a pretty good welder to fill in that gap right there, because I can get my finger in there. It was flush on the other one. So this is something we got to figure out. And I hope we can, because if we can't figure it out, I don't know how we're going to be able to offer a kit that's going to fit many year models. Why they did that and changed it, I don't have any idea. Even this piece right here, this is an extra piece that's put on here that we haven't seen before, which it's in a place where it's not going to interfere with what we're doing. It's just this dip right here is it's a problem. Because what it would do when this shackle comes up here, it's got to be straight. Well, this is wanting to push it like that.
And look at
And you can see that's
factor is there.
that's not gonna work. We can push it out here where you could weld it out here, but then this gap's got to be dealt with in some way, some form. So 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. All right, we did a little more checking. We thought that the way the frame dipped in that we showed you was just on the passenger side, but it's actually on both sides. So we've got to figure out what we can do for y'all for when you buy the kit and it's different. You have a different year model van. So we're just figuring out a way to make that as easy as possible for you. I think we got a little something. I think we got something figured out, and we were talking too. This is not. I haven't made a good point. It's not like something you'll be buying from Amazon. We feel like that this is not going to be something that we're mass producing. So it's going to be a lot of one-on-one with a customer when they buy one from us. So we'll be able to discuss what year model van you have for those little differences, and it tell you what to do and what we're going to do to fix that issue for you, which is not a big issue, but it is something that we need to take care of. And we were actually just sitting here thinking too, maybe making somewhat of a jig that actually comes with your kit too, to make sure you get, because it is real crucial when you get your kit. This point will be fixed. It'll be where it is, but this point back here, there's going to be a lot of room for you to make there can be a lot of errors made here. So we're thinking about including a jig in the kit to make sure when you weld this to your van, it is in the exact right spot that it needs to be, and there's no room for human error. Because here's another thing we know too, and we've done this, and I know how hard it is. A lot of y'all don't have a lift. A lot of y'all are going to be doing this in your driveway, on the ground, in your shop floor, on jack stands, and that makes getting this stuff right tough, and we know that. So we want to try to make it where it's as easy as possible for you to get it all right, because I'm not gonna lie to you, this sucks. This ain't an easy job. When you buy one of these kits, there's work involved, and you're gonna learn a lot about your van when you get one of these kits. So we'll try to make it as easy for you as we possibly can. So It's taking a little longer than what we were expecting because we're working out all these issues, but y'all just bear with us. We'll get it figured out. All right, here's the van. What we were talking about when we found out about that swoop. This is the van that we found it out on, and I think I told you that's a 93, and we've got two 95s that the same thing is on. So we're working on it. Seth is actually probably going to make a video probably tonight on this last thing of what we found out to get the information out there to you. And he's making a playlist. You want to tell him about the playlist?
Yeah, right now I think this is going to be the 4th or installment of the van conversion kit project. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all those videos in a standalone playlist. You can go all the way back and see how we're developing the kit and what we're coming to, because we're figuring this out in real time. Tomorrow is actually March 1st, so you'll be up to date just as much as we are on this stuff. But also check out the shop playlist. That's also, I'm going to leave a link in the description of all that stuff. And there's also individual builds. Got the Gray Matter build, got the Timothy build, a few others. But the shop playlist is just a collection of everything we've done down here. If you guys have any four-wheel drive questions, van conversion questions, or just any van-related four-wheel drive stuff, you're most likely going to find it in the shop. So go back, check out all those videos. There's a lot of information for you guys right there.
All right. Please, as always, subscribe to the channel, like, share, comment. Let us know. Merch. I'm working in my shirt today. We got these shirts. Buy you a Swim Shop shirt. We got stickers. Be sure to check out our buddies at OK Recycling in Burlington, North Carolina. Seth will put the link to their website on the page. And again, thank y'all again and appreciate your patience. And just bear with us. We'll get it.
All me enjoy it. The real story is nobody knows this because everybody likes to believe a love story because love is love, love is love stuff. So, but really, he was arrow practicing, archery, trajectory, and he broke her winder. So he come over and was like, hark, yo. She's like, oh, this. Some dudes at my winder, and he was like, shot the bow and yonder winder broke, and she was like, gotcha, oh okay,
10-4.
but they kept getting confused because they really would, their families didn't even like each other. That was true. That part was true.
Right, but it's not about love. It's about
well, they might have fell in love after, but one of them got killed, so. I couldn't proceed with that, so.
No, one of them didn't get killed.
Poisoned.
One of them thought they got killed. And then when they thought they was killed, the other one killed herself, and then he saw, and then he killed himself. So nobody really got
And
killed.
then Blue Oyster Cult come out with a song called Don't Fear the Reaper, and they said we can be like Romeo and Juliet. Forget together in eternity. Talking about
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
So that's where, like you're playing ball when you're a kid, break a window,